hair, okay? I had a shower yesterday and I just shoved it up in a bun. I haven't even brushed it yet, okay? Does anybody remember the Bugs Bunny cartoon with the witch? Where she's gonna, a cup of tea, and how every time she ran, like, she had the magic mirror on the wall. Who's the ugliest witch of all? And every time she ran or something, hairpins went flying. I can't find any of my good hairpins. I had over 100 of them and they're all gone. Hi, how's everybody doing? Let me check and say hello to Aldo. How are you feeling, Aldo? You had a bit of a scare. Was it you? You had a bit of a scare, right? Autumn Gypsy, Carol McKinney, Chain Reaction, C'est moi, Pamela Nelson, Sandy Candy, Sherry Leach, Skippy Jones, Steven, Suzette Sanborn, Terry Welsh, Terry White, and Tina Castles. How's everybody doing? Okay, let me pop out my chat, pull it on over here, and then make sure I am on live chat, not top chat. Hey, how's it going? Hi. Okay, I'm gonna roll while I talk here. Oh, give me a second. Give me a second. I forgot to share this. So I want to share this on Facebook. Give me a second because there's a new person I'm hoping to why is it showing a commercial? Oh well, whatever. So anyway, hang on. Now let me go over to Facebook and find that thing. Oh my God, it is a Voltaren commercial. Excuse me, guys. There we go. Sorry, give me a second. Now I want to try this again because I don't want to share no stinking commercial. Okay, so let me go over to Facebook here and refresh. I'm sorry, guys. This kind of came up at the last second, but I want to share in Messenger. There it is. I want to send it there. Okay. I just want to make sure there's a couple of people like my sister and stuff who get all right, there we go. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, I'm going to restore my chat. Hit F11, then I got to pop it out again. Yeah, I'm not very organized, guys. I'm not very organized. Truth told, I just got up 2 hours ago. No, 11:30. Let's be on live chat. Hey, Wolfie Shawarma looked delish. It was delicious, and we're going to have it again tonight. Tonight. Damn, I'm having shawarma tonight. He had to go into Ottawa to finish up all his paperwork. And I told him to stop, get some lemons on the way home because I have to make more garlic sauce. Yeah, remember, I just made that like less than 2 weeks ago, and I'm a quart of it, and I'm down to that. We eat that stuff like crazy. Hilltop happenings. Hi, Bev. That co-op is keeping me busy. Oh my God, a total of 8 cases. Gee, Stephen, when are you going to rest? Oh, speaking of which, all right. Let me just get myself a little bit organized here. Let me just get myself a nice cheese and crackers. I've got to clean this office. It's nasty. See that kind of gray bag on my sewing machine back there? Do you know what that is? It's worm castings. Oh, and guess what one of the things Howie's doing on his way home is he's stopping at Canadian Tire to pick up my order. I do believe I ordered 6 72 Claire and hi recipe garlic sauce, Bev. Tamasu says, hi, Bev. Please say hi to my granddaughter, Yana Marie. Hello, Yana Marie. How are you? And how old is Yana Marie? Hey, Warren. How's it going? I just made another batch myself, making homemade pizza tonight. Well, I made... Okay, let me get organized here, okay, folks? Where's my turbine pin? I need my turbine pin. If I've lost my turbine pin, I'm going to be really upset. Oh, there it is. So, what shall we start with? Yes, the garlic sauce. There is a recipe. Just look up. Go on to our Half Acre Homestead. Go to the search bar that says "Search this channel." It's a very small little. It's a very small little magnifying glass below the main page, below the main banner, and put in authentic Lebanese garlic sauce. Oh my goodness! I'm tired. I'm still sore, but you know what? I'm okay. I'm okay. You guys must be like praying like mad because I have been upbeat for Howie. I've been upbeat through the layoff, the car crash, the losing his phone, and we're going to be okay. We're really going to be okay. I am feeling some better, but it's no more than a normal fibro flare. And it's not even a really bad one. As a matter of fact, I'm going to turn my heat on in here because it's almost... I just want to turn my heat on a little bit. Just a little bit for my feet. Hi, Deborah's this and that, and Yellow Bird, and Kim Solomon, Sherry Leach. Bev, can I send you something using the return address from the cookbook you sent me? Oh, you mean, did you win? Did I send you a cookbook? You'll have, just email me at connectedheartsfamily@gmail.com. Okay? And put your requests there. Okay? That way I can keep track. All right? It's not that I have much to keep track of, but I can't keep track in the chat. Okay? Hi, Jackie Shade Garden. Thank you. Rob, the Matrix guy, you were telling us that Howie was picking up you. Okay. Yes. I've got some really good spring style news. Okay, that is really hot. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Just a little bit. And sorry for the view, folks. There we go. Oh! I have a little heater in here that we use in the coach on chilly days when we're at the track or whatever, because sometimes it's not worth revving up the whole thing. Because my baseboard heater here should actually be under the window. I may get Howie to move it because then then it would be in the way of my drawer. Doesn't matter. So yesterday, I put in an order at Canadian Tire for curbside pickup. And yes, I bought that out of donations, guys. So thank you very, very, very much. I was able to order 6 72 celled seed trays, 6 of them. What else did I order? And I ordered peat pots, 12 peat pots, because you know how I go from seeds with my tomatoes, then into pots, and then into bigger pots. And when they go in the ground, every time I transplant them, I go up, right up to the next set of leaves, right? You just watch my Tatler video. Well, if they are actual Tatlers, not the easy ones, when you tighten them as, tighten them and then go back a quarter turn. I just thought you might want to, and make sure Tatler rings, the rubber rings, are something you do put into simmering water. Patricia, darling, how are you? And how is our angel Angela today? Or have you heard? And how is Father Tim? And how are you? All right, guys, give me 2 minutes here, because I have been kind of on the go since I got up. So yesterday, oh yeah, so seed starting is soon. I have to make some more garlic sauce because right now I'm clearing out my freezer, so that I can take advantage of new meat sales. So it's kind of smart though, because it's been a few months. Some of the pork chops are good, right? Like really good. But some of my meat is over 6 months old. So what I'm gonna do is what I did yesterday was I found 4 pounds. Well, I bought it recently, so I didn't really find it. I knew it was there. I had 4 pounds of ground turkey, tube meat. And then I proceeded to turn that 4 pounds of ground turkey into 10 two-person freezer meals. So I haven't edited that yet, but that'll be tomorrow's video. I used Tatler lids for the first time last summer. No problem so far. Awesome. Chain reaction. Bev, what is your exchange rate for American dollar? And also question, can you physically use American dollars up there? I can physically use them, but I can't use them as in spend them. But what I do is we just take them to the bank because I have a US account. Right. So, I mean, I had gotten, I think it's like $35 in gifts and Christmas cards in American money. So Howie has actually taken that today to go to the bank to put in the bank. Like it'll go into our American account and then I can just move it over. The exchange rate, well, I don't know what the exchange rate is, but I think it's like $1.20, $1.25, is the exchange rate. Okay. Has anyone ever made chocolate gravy on biscuits? Thinking of trying it. No, that just sounds way too rich for me. Birthday alert. Trina, it's your birthday today? Bev, sometimes tube meat is all I can afford. I get it, honey. But it was ground lean turkey, so why not, right? Okay. Birthday alert. And then please, if you have to repeat your questions, or is Terry the only moderator today? No? Oh, good, Patricia. Thank you. All right, first things first. Happy birthday to you. Excuse me. Got to kiss a fool. Because we're all fools who fall in love. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear sweet Trina. Happy birthday to you. Mwah, darling, thank you for making my days brighter. Many, many more. Okay, now, Stephen, Mindy Van Houten, been on the go too, started with root canal. Oh, baby. All right, so, all right, Stephen. Okay, Bev, I got some great news. My chicks I got July, and the ones that hatched in September, I've started laying eggs today. Oh, wow. Oh, although that's awesome. Oh, I miss my birds. And I may have birds again. But the truth is it costs me more money to have someone look after them if I want to go away for a weekend with Howie, right? Well, weekend's not so bad because I can just give them water and food, extra water and food. But, if we wanted to go longer than that, forget it. So, hi, Doris. How are you, darling? And Skippy and Hot Child in the City, Christina. Okay, so let me finish my to-do things here. So, I made 10 meals out of 4 pounds of ground turkey. And I worked it all out to, now they're a little bit skimpy, but they are enough for 2 people. It is 2 full servings, okay? And they were under $4.50 or under $4.80. It was under $5 a meal for 2 people. So there's that. Then I've just taken out my older chicken, like, how I buy chicken legs and drumsticks and thighs and all that stuff. Well, I have some, but I have some ones that were in the bottom of the freezer. I'm almost got my freezer cleaned out. They're in the bottom of the freezer. And so they're sitting in a roasting pan, starting to thaw enough so that I can take the packet, the wrappings off them. And I'm going to throw them all in the roasting pan. I'm just going to paprika and garlic and salt and pepper. And I'm going to roast them. Okay. And then tonight, Howie's going to take some of that meat and he's going to make shawarmas again. Hot, damn. And I'm going to give him plenty of meat to do it with. And then I'm going to put the rest of the meat. I'm going to, when it cools down, I'm going to remove the skin and bones and put it in the crock pot. Okay. As along with the juice. And then the meat alone, I'm going to make garlic, spinach, chicken pizzas for the freezer. Right? So there's more of that coming up. I just haven't done any editing, right? Okay, so what I did was, remember last year I was giving away celery, like, because I had so much of it. Like I put in 5 beds, and then I pulled one bed up and I did the hydroponics thing. If I had put a bubbler in it or something, it might have done better, but it really didn't do all that well. So I'm not going to do that again. I might try it with lettuce, but okay, hang on a second. I just gotta fix this here. So what I did is last year I gave a whole bunch of celery away, right? Like I shared it, right? But so this year, because one packet of celery seeds does so many plants, depending on the where you buy it, but so what I did was I went on my local Facebook page. Okay. Am I like, are we still, oh yeah, I was missing. Bev, do use celery seeds. I have tons. Okay. I'll tell you how many I have. Just off the top of my head. Let me see. Leeks. Cucumbers. Patty pan squash. Parsnips. Okay, that's my 1, 2. Here they are. 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 packages of celery seeds. Okay. So, thank you, Ellen. Thank you. Thank you, Emma. Hi, Lori Lumax. CR, one of my older kids left the freezer door open, then must have noticed it and shut it. Found out when I went to put meat in last week, all the chicken, deer, and fish, all freezer burnt. Oh, no. I bet you were mad. Okay. Got my seeds from Burpee this year. Many companies are running low. So what I did was I went on my, excuse me, my hands don't work really well for even with a roller. I went on my local Facebook page and I put a notice up showing my videos on celery saying, look, guys, I can't help it when I grow celery that it goes really well for me. And I ended up giving a bunch of it away last year. So if anybody wants started celery plants for your gardens this May, let me know in here how many people are interested so I know how many to grow. So then I got like 20 responses. Oh, I'd love some celery plants, blah, 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 blah. One person said, you can grow it from cutting off the bottom. I said, yeah, I know, but this is just way easier. Well, it's not easier. It's very time consuming. So I got a message from one lady and said, a friend and I are kind of doing communal gardening. And I went, boom. So I got talking to her. So maybe there's going to be, like, I can't we are all older with mobility issues. So, like, I know that much from this lady I spoke to. Lives through the rest of the winter. Will it seed for me this spring? Avonlea, I have no idea. You would have to let it go grow and bolt. Okay. And I don't even know if it's an annual or a biennial. You know what I mean? So I would recommend you looking that up. Slugs mow down my celery every time I try to grow it. Bury a beer can. Bury a beer can in your garden, level just a little bit higher than the ground. Okay, the opening. And put like just backwash, a little bit of beer in the bottom. Slugs love beer. Okay, so in all your celery beds, give them something they want more than your celery. Give them beer and consider putting them in a raised bed. You ordered all your seeds. Okay. Hi, Tigger Bouncing. I'm just bouncing my head a bit. So I'm really hopeful that I'm going to have some contacts for some meet and swap stuff, maybe, or sharing of plants. Like I'm going to start all the plants that I'm going to need for my garden, right? But I am going to have extra, right? So if I can, either sell, but I'd rather barter, right? Then, things we could swap. If I give them celery plants, maybe they'll give me some stuff off their garden when the harvest comes in. Maybe things that I'm not good at growing, right? I'm doing better. I'm just taking it slow. I'm still resting. I mean, it's Howie doesn't have to get out of bed, right? Well, he did this morning, but I didn't have to. I'm not getting up at 5:00. So I've just been really heavily medicating with my medical butter when I go to bed at night. Like I have some with my supper at around 6:30, and then I have some on popcorn or crackers before I go to bed, and I get up once, go pee. I roll over a bit, takes me some time, but I am sleeping better. Yes, Terry White. Yes. You talking for Stephen now? Now since, okay, Bev. Now since we've had some time from this point forward, he can get out there and prune your fruit trees. Don't forget, you were late. I never pruned them at all last year. So February is it February, Stephen? Like before the spring sap runs? Because you don't want it when the spring sap is running, because that's the blood of the tree. And if you prune them in the spring, too much in the spring, they will bleed to death, or they will bleed really heavily, and they won't do very well. All right, Patricia, keep me posted, honey, and I'll call you later today, maybe. I'm coming in. I'm coming. All right, give me a second here. Oh, nice big note there. Give me a second, folks. All right. And there's also the fact that I have all of these little things. I think I'm missing 2 of these. They might be still up there. These, now you don't actually have to use these. I bought these thinking I needed them, but these are for rooting plants, right? Right from the branch. So I have, I think, 6 of these, and I'm going to do some cuttings from my blackcurrant bushes, from my apricot, and from my pear trees. Well, I'm going to do at least 2 on the apricot trees and 2 on the pear trees. So I'm hoping that I'm going to actually have some really cool barter material this spring when it comes to started plants and cuttings, fruit tree cuttings. Bev, by any chance, have you spoken to Noreen yet? Yeah, I did. I actually spoke to her, and she said that it was that she was going for robotic surgery next month, and that this is a speed bump, and hopefully there will be no more treatments needed than that surgery. Okay? You take care, Patricia, and give my love to Father Tim when you see him, and Richard, and please keep us posted on Angela, okay? Pay no attention to the woman behind the fan. My office is a mess. I was having a real problem with this grinder. It grinds stuff to powder. The teeth are too small and too close together. I'm in Nebraska. I can trade you corn. Nebraska. Hey, Dan, how's it going? Bev, January, mid-February time frame. Yes, perfect pruning time before the sap starts to run in late February. That's what I thought. How's the weather in Canada? Would you like to see what the weather is like in Canada? Let's go for a walk. Oh, and I'll show you what I'm talking about with the chicken. Oh, yeah. Sorry if I make people seasick. My house is a mess. I'm still unloading the dishwasher. Okay, so here is what I'm talking about. This is chicken that's been in the freezer quite some time. And so I'm going to be roasting that today and using it on my pizzas and for supper as well. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 meals. I'm going to get soup for tomorrow, shawarmas for tonight, and at least 3 chicken garlic pizzas. Gracie, you gotta go with... Yes, I'm still unloading my dishwasher. Gracie, you go babies. Oh, let me put you down for a second, folks, while I get Gracie on her leash. Oh. Shall we go outside for a minute? Yes. This is when I had to break the window to get in the door. Because I didn't have a key. Come on, Gracie, go babies. Ooh, it's chilly. It's about minus 10 degrees Celsius. And this here, where that snow pile is where I'm going to put my squash and watermelons. And I'm going to put, instead of the tomatoes and pickling cucumbers I put in there last year in that box there, I'm going to put in herbs. And this again is going to be pole beans. Good peeing, Gracie. Oh, you're such a good girl. What's cold? Are you coming in? There we go. Yes. That is my wood pile. And there's quite a bit there, so we're good. All right. I'm going to put the phone down again for a second, folks. Yes. I know. You ready to go in? Oh. Yeah, yes. Cindy, I'm Briar's mom. Not Cindy, Liz. All right, excuse me, folks. Let me just get back in here. And Gracie is expecting a treat. Oh, okay. I missed all the chat while I was doing that. Oh, goodness. Wait a second. Let me just see. Thought it was you, Briar's mom. Oh, we know each other from before. Okay. All right. Sorry about that, folks. Gracie wants her treat. Yes, Mommy has to get you some more, don't I? She's been doing some excessive head shaking for one ear. And I cleaned her ears because I keep them really clean. And I noticed there's one bugging her. So I think she's gotten into something with corn because it had a little sore in it. So, all right. Use scissors to cut my herb instead of a grinder. I just did it with my fingers right now and it's working just Jim dandy. All right, so apparently the lady I've been sorry about that. Apparently the lady I've been talking to about communal gardening worked with Briar. So that'll work. You love my Gracie voice? You got to order Gracie her treats if you haven't already. I'm going to. I'm going to. Somebody was very, very kind and gave me some money in PayPal yesterday. And so, yes, I'm going to order her. But she's got her head in my lap right now. So she wants her time. Oh my goodness. Yes. How's that ear? So I was worried that she might have a bit of ear mites, but so I cleaned her ears today and put some mineral oil in this one. It's this ear, isn't it, baby? Yes, your mama, baby too. So are you. You're the only one. You're the only one. You're my darling, my dear, my precious, my pet. Oh, that's just my goodness. No more treats, okay? All right, go lay down. Go lay down. Mommy put the heat on in the chair for you. Said my baby too. Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Don't make eye contact. Okay, go lay down, baby. Mommy will get a fire going soon. I have the, I just have the baseboard heaters on right now. Oh, yeah. She loved well, not everybody. Excuse me. That was really cold. It's quite cold out there. I bet you it's minus 10 Celsius right now. But then I'm like a bear, right? It's winter, you know. I like to sleep a lot. Like my spirit totem is the wolf. My spirit animal is the bear. So that's why, you know, I'm so happy. I had gained 10 pounds. I'm back down to, you know, I've lost 3. So she is a very cheeky. She's such a cheeky girl. The kind you want to take to mother. Bev, coconut oil in the ears helps fight bacteria and helps clean them. I used a bit of mineral oil. I cleaned them out very gently with Q-tips. And the one ear I put mineral oil in and I massaged it. And then I just took out what was in the ear here with some toilet paper. She's much better. How do you know what your animal is? I've always been guided by the personality of the wolf. I've always been able to talk to them. And I had that's my totem spirit. Okay? My totem spirit. That means I've always had a kinship with the wolf, right? It's the way it socializes, which is it's very shy. And yeah, okay, guys, just because I'm on here doesn't mean I'm not shy. All right? I'm very shy. Oh, good. Thank you, Tigger. But just recently, I was with some friends and I said, I don't understand how I can be a wolf, but still, be like a bear in the wintertime. And they said, that's because you're spirit animal, which is like, mentally, I'm akin. Mentally and emotionally, I am akin to the wolf. Physically and emotionally, I am kin to the bear. Does that make sense? Something like that. I don't know. I just grew this way. I just wake up every day, this weird person. You know? My animal is horse. Even the unruly ones come to me. See, that's the thing, is I have animals that will come and talk to me. And it's usually the predators. Right? Okay. Pay no attention to the woman behind the fan. I always check to make sure I didn't open it backwards, right? So I started watching this show called Bridgerton on Netflix. And it's kind of like a modern day Jane Austen. Not modern day in setting, but in music and casting and stuff. It's really cool. Stay. Hi, Pony. I'm watching the Martin Luther King observance live streaming. Wonderful singers today. Oh, wow. Hey, well, that's why you're my brother, Stephen. That's why you're my little brother. Right? My brother John, bear. Full on bear. Full on bear is John. If he ever, but he doesn't. That's my take on John. I don't even know if John subscribes to, Yeah, I just started watching it, Terry. Only 2 episodes, so don't. I just watched the Duke and Daphne make a deal. Not to fall in love with each other, but to get everybody off their backs. So it looks really good. You've already watched it? Oh, is there going to be a season 2? Bev, instead of the bear, mine is the other. I'm not sure I understand, Stephen. How do you find out what your animal is? Well, I don't know. I've just always understood wolves and dogs and big predator cats. And, bears. Although I'm pretty sure if I ever get attacked by a bear, my last words will be, "Oh, buddy, hi." Briar is the otter. Briar is like, we are the Wolfie. We are the Wolfies. My spirit, my totem is the wolf, and Howie was turtle until we met and became mated, and then he became wolf. And our spirit bird is the crow and raven, that family. Otter. Well, that's Briar. Briar. I used somebody's spirit cards one day. And I did the shuffle and I did the cutting and I asked the question, what are the spirit animals of my family? Right? Briar's was otter. Arthur's was owl. Howie's was wolf. And mine was wolf as well. No, there's no way around it, right? I didn't do mine as wolf. I wanted to know Howie, Arthur, and Briar. So I phoned Arthur and I said, I did your spirit card. I know what your spirit animal is. And Arthur said, because you know what your spirit animal is, you just got to think about it. Don't even think about it. Meditate on it. Arthur said, if it's not an owl, it's wrong. I said, no, it was an owl, son. And I said, you know what Briar's was? And he said, what? The otter. And he started to laugh because otters love water and fun and friends and food. They want to play and eat and swim. That's Briar. Always been. Well, he had, he loves swimming. He's always loved water too. I'm probably a donkey because hubby always calls me an ass. Well, that's not nice. Next time he says it, go, ah, right in his face. Probably scared the shit out of him. Why would yours be a pig? I don't think, unless I don't think it's not who you commune with. It's who you most feel like. Or who you most feel spiritually in touch with in animals. And mine's the wolf. I'll tell you something. I go out sometimes by the light of the full moon in the summer and I skinny dip in the pool and I will let out a howl and they will answer. If it's coyotes and I howl, they shut the hell up. Right? So I loved swimming as a kid. My favorite animal is horse. Well, and your spirit animal's probably, the hippo. I'm just saying, it's a joke, honey. Because you know what hippopotamus means? It means river horse. All right. Bev, sorry, voice texting. My spirit animal is wolf and my other animal is otter. Yes, that makes very much sense. What is your spirit bird? I've been drawn to turtles since I was a kid. I love all animals. There's only one animal on the face of the earth that I want nothing to do with, and that's hyenas, and I don't know why. I hate hyenas. I hate them. To me, they're like vultures. And even though they have a job, I don't have to like them for it. You know what I mean? I want to fly. Ribby! Hi, darling. How are you? I have a black panther right there. This is a black panther with a pink rose in its mouth. And the reason I have a black panther over my heart with a rose in its mouth is because of my mixed lineage. Okay? I can't have the lion from England, right? Or Scotland, right? I have native in my blood. So and a red or white rose would symbolize England, like Tudors and shit, right? So I have a black cat which used to roam North America quite freely, and a pink rose. I like snakes. A dingo stole my baby. Do you remember that movie? Do you remember that movie? A Cry in the Dark, I think it was called. God, Meryl Streep did a good job. I Google it. I'm a fox. Spiders are the things I can't abide. Well, I don't think... Hi, Ahmad. How are you? Okay. So anyway, that's kind of... I'm actually thinking of getting my ancestry DNA done. I'd like to know if anybody knows which is the absolute best one, not the cheapest, but the best one that gives you the most information. But it won't be for some time, obviously. I'm glad, Ahmad. Oh, Bev, I understand how you feel about hyenas. I hate monkeys with a passion. Don't know why. I love monkeys. I love monkeys. Hate hyenas. Hate hyenas. Not fond of vultures. Love turkeys. And yet turkeys and vultures look very much the same. Wild turkeys and vultures look very much the same. We might need to commit a crime someday. What are you talking about? No, I'm not going to commit a crime. Why would I commit a crime? Like, what's the point of having order and law if you're going to break it? Unless, of course, the law doesn't make any sense. That's where I'm an anarchist, right? My mom did ours on Ancestry and found our Cherokee line. We're from the Wolf Clan. Oh, wow. That's awesome. You got a kit for Christmas, but you don't want to submit your DNA to the database. Honey, I'm going to tell you something. It's all over but the crying. So I'm not going to say do or do not. You do your conscience. You do you, but don't make decisions based on fear. Right? I had 23andMe, but I've heard Ancestry gives more details. Well, yeah, Howie got 23andMe couple 3 years ago from his mother for Christmas. If we had snow, the city would shut down. Found my real grandpa on Ancestry. I used to fear, but this is my real name, and I live in Ohio. There you go. The only reason I don't usually say my name, like, because in Quebec you use your maiden name. I don't say it because I've often, for years, I was protecting my family. My family, my siblings and stuff. In case, anybody ever didn't like me and wanted to go after my family or something. I have always protected my family name. And there are other associations with my family name, my maiden name, that I never wanted to get confused with what I'm doing here. Right? I did do GeneSight to see which depression meds work best with my makeup. It worked too. Wow. I fear the half siblings from my cheating father on one of those DNA. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to laugh, but I get it. I get it. Right? I get it. But why would you fear that though? Family, right? Now, mind you, not all family is healthy to stay in constant contact with. Making venison chili today. I have thought the same thing. Well, I'm really grateful because I know my father was not a cheater. Right? My dad, maybe when he was young, right? He might have been a randy bugger, but I don't know. I have thought the same thing. Okay, I'm for family historian for 31 years. Well, my dad started it. This is back before the internet. He spent hundreds and hundreds of dollars on sending away to Mormons, I think it was, or nuns or something about who had these huge database libraries and sending away for birth certificates and stuff from his family in Scotland and stuff. Why haven't you spoken to your mom in 8 years? I mean, a rabbi said sometimes the best way to honor your mother and father is to stay away. I found that my father had been married before my mom and had a daughter. Wow. I mean, I had friends that happened to. Her mother and father had her and her younger brother. And then she found out that her mother had a previous marriage and there was 5 siblings or something from that marriage. And they'd never been spoken about. William the Conqueror, did you know that he was a direct descendant of Rollo Lothbrok, the Viking? Oh, and I got wrong. I was wrong. I was thinking, Bjorn. We were descendants of Bjorn Ironside, the Scandinavian king. We're not. My name wasn't even that to start out with, and it started in, I believe it was Wessex. So. My friend who is 73 today has 3 published volumes on his ancestry. It's impressive. Wow. Cool. Very long story. I can write you sometime and tell you. Okay, you know what? connectedheartsfamily@gmail.com. Okay, that's the email I use from now on. Not Mrs. Wolfe@gmail.com. It's connectedheartsfamily@gmail.com. Okay. I misspoke. Not him personally, but his time and one of his minions. Okay, I missed something there. But sometimes, if you're not speaking to somebody, like loving detachment, we talked about this the other day. Loving detachment is really very important, an important skill to learn. And that means you love yourself. You're not angry. You're not hurt. Or you may be hurt. You may be angry. But sometimes the most loving thing you can do for yourself and for that other person is called loving detachment. And that means you can say, I love you, but I can no longer continue this conversation. And that's being loving to you both. And then someday, You know, you may sort through those feelings, or they may sort through their feelings, and you may have then you may have an opportunity to sit down and work through whatever the misunderstanding was, or whatever the hurt was. But loving detachment teaches us to walk away and excuse me, to walk away and to meditate and pray on the most loving way to resolve our feelings. You see, we can't convince, if somebody's got their mind made up about you, you can't, nothing you're going to say is going to change their mind. So why would you put yourself through all that stress? You just say, you know what? I am not going to argue with you. You've obviously made up your mind about me. Therefore, I'm just going to walk away for now. I'm going to lovingly detach. And that's the way it works, right? Because obviously, if you're not angry and you're making that decision from a place of love and authentic love, then that gives you both time. Like, if you've already worked out your feelings, great. If not, it'll give you time to work out your feelings. It gives them time to work through their feelings so that you guys can come back maybe later from a more loving perspective. Does that make sense? Bev, do you know any packets there in Canada? I've learned that is where my family name originated from. Hi, Teflon. No, I'm actually not originally from Quebec. You can tell by the fact that I do not speak French. Hi, Teflon. Most families are screwed up somewhere along the way. Hi, Edie Murray. Safrona means light. Sorry I'm late. Hi, Edie. I was busy with the butcher. He got me oxtail. That's the best beef soup. So, I was not around my dad as a child, only reconnected as an adult about 4 years before he suddenly got sick and passed from septic infection. Wish I had the time back to spend with him. Miss him lots. Well, we got to look at the fact that everything happens for a reason. Okay? Not everybody understands or believes that. But I'm a firm believer that absolutely everything happens for a reason. Okay? So if you missed a whole lot, there may be reasons why you were not supposed to see or be in his life at that time. So you got 4 years with your father that has given you fond memories. Maybe if you had connected before that, you may not have, right? So everybody comes together in God's time, not our time. Everything happens for a reason. And I don't call things coincidence. I don't believe in coincidence. I believe in, spiritual incidents, right? My oldest daughter did hers, and we found out strong Scandinavian blood we didn't even know about. All the elders of the family are gone. Well, most of the elders in my family are gone. As a matter of fact, I'm now a family elder. I'm the youngest, second youngest of the family elders out of my cousin Diane. There's a whole bunch of family elders, but not all of us keep in contact either. You couldn't agree more with what, Pamela? Hi, Mrs. V. How do you find out if there are any... Okay, Dan Peterson, can you please repeat that? How do I find out if there are any Roning/greenhoe in Canada? Yellow Pages 411 lookup. Start there. Start with the phone book. Funny on names. Dr. Graber in German means gravedigger. Everything happens for a reason, I agree. Thank you. We may not always understand it. And there's going to be times when things happen that we're never going to understand. Why we lose a loved one. Why we lose a baby. Why did my truck get smashed? You know what I mean? All these things we don't understand at the time. But I have very strong faith that absolutely everything happens for a reason. And when I'm ready to know what the reason is, I will. And if I never need to know what the reason is, I trust my higher power, right? Hey, random human. Now, why do I know that name? Is this the wolf leg, a member of the wolf leg family? Okay, Dan. All of my older family are gone. The knowledge gets carried on by me. Funny how we see now what we should have been learning from back then. Oh, see, I was always into the ancestry stuff. I got my dad started on it. I know my siblings will disagree, but I got my dad on it because he used to keep a tin box under his bed with all the family photos. And after my mother died, and I mean, it was a tin box. It was like about the size of 3 shoe boxes side by side. And I would go through, I would sit on his bed and look through photos for hours. A lot of them I would be looking at my mother to commit her memory to my brain, right? Like her face and cement memories. But there was pictures of his granny and stuff. I have, excuse me, I'll be right back, folks. It's Howie calling. Is a baby sloth. And the reason I picked it is because I use an emoji as a sloth for Briar. Because when Briar works, he works. And when he's sloth, he's sloth. And there's no in between. You know what I mean? But it comes out, the baby sloth sound comes out, not like this high-pitched screaming call, right, of an adult. It's like, and every time I hear it, it's like, oh, my baby, right? And Arthur says a meow. Where's Stephen going? Bev, need to run. If you want to talk to me on the phone and I want to talk about communal gardens and stuff, Stephen, email me your telephone at connectedheartsfamily@gmail.com. Nobody has access to that but me. And let me know when's a good time to give you a call sometime, and we'll talk, okay? Take care, Stephen. My stepfather have 8 siblings born here and 8 more from Barbados. Wow. Joyce, hi, darling. Did you get my email thanking you for your PayPal? Because you know what? Every time the times when one has come in, I just click on where the email address where the PayPal came from, and I send you a thank you note. I'm part of the wolf leg. It's Marley. Hi, Marley. I did, but they had no birth certificate. Can you sing happy birthday to Tony Wolfleg, my hubby? Wow, there's a lot of you guys in different. Okay, Tony. Okay, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Tony. Happy birthday to you and many more. Happy birthday, Tony. Oh, that is a sad story. It is how my daughter traced our families. Oh, that's sad. Hey, Bev, I saw a documentary not too long ago where 10 people took several of those 10-8. Yeah. And they all, you know what? But you're not going to get really exact results with a saliva test. The best results are blood. Okay. I mean, they had triplets, identical triplets, whose came out almost identical. But then there were other quadruplets that they came out differently. You know what I mean? Oh, Avonlea Ann, you should hear me when I'm in the pool by a full moon. My wolf comes right out. Oh, you're welcome, Tony. Mwah. I gave you the howl for the wolf leg. Thank you, Teflon. So, anyway, That was Howie calling. He said he picked up my order. And Rosie, your book is being mailed today. Dallas just got home from the doctors. Okay, well, don't overtype. Use your voice type, okay? How are you doing? What did the doctor say? My hair stood up on my neck, seriously. Now you know why they answer me. If they're in the neighborhood, they'll answer me. And when the coyotes start and I howl, they bugger off. But we're getting a new breed here in North America where coyotes and wolves are crossbreeding. And it's not a good mix. It's a dangerous mix. Wolves are big, but they're shy and social and family oriented. Coyotes are bold and coyotes are bold and not afraid of humans at all. Right? They'll come right up and take your small cat or your small dog. Right? So it's not a good mix when you get the very loving and social wolf crossing with a sneaky snitch of a coyote. You know, you have no idea what you're going to end up with. Please remember, okay. Hi, Kathy, how are you? I know mine will come out half Irish. Both my mom's family come from Ireland. Most of my DNA, my brother had his done. And most of ours is like, you know, from the UK. And there was a little bit of Scandinavian, European in there, right? But it goes way back from like the Dutch, Scandinavian thing. I don't know. Coyote dogs. Yeah, they're dangerous. Anything. And, you know, people who think, oh, I love a dog that's crossed with a wolf. No. Okay? If I could get a wolf cub right from the mother's den, and I know I could if I could find one, I could raise that cub. But would I breed it with a dog? That's just stupid and irresponsible. Right? And I wouldn't necessarily want to raise a wolf because it doesn't belong as a dog. Okay? Yeah. Coyotes are creepy, kind of like hyenas. Yeah. The only reason I give them any respect is because of their link to the wolf. But they're not my kin. You know what I mean? We all hail from England. Well, I know for a fact that my dad's parents came over here from Scotland in 1919 because my Uncle Art was conceived on the journey over and born in Canada. And so was my dad. That cross could happen when dogs go feral too. Yep. We had a timber wolf shepherd mix growing up. He was our family dog. Well, the thing is you got to be really, really careful how you raise them. Okay? I swear to God, Gracie was a wolf in her last life. She's very, very social with the she's very so she is a pack dog, really seriously pack, but she doesn't like people coming in from outside the pack. Raph and Ron, she was like, oh, you're family, right? Tony is Blackfoot. He says he has a, whoops. Sorry about that. Tony is Blackfoot. He says he has a great-great-great-grandmother who was 1/8 Scottish princess. You know what? That's a joke, isn't it? Because we all say that. My grandmother was a blah, blah, blah. Right? But the native blood, if there is any, comes from my mother's side of the family. And it showed up in some of my cousins, but not in my brother. And he's pissed about that. And I said, maybe because I need to do my ancestry and I need to do it with matriarchal DNA. Like search because we all know now the lineage, the basic lineage, we're all from Europe, right? But on my mother's side, it goes on my mother's father's side, my grandfather's side, on his side, and on her mother's side, there's both some. So, well, yeah, Avonlea Ann, it's one of the reasons I don't drink. And I found out, now I'm going to look it up, but one of my brothers told me that if you go back far enough in my dad's line and you trace it back to that area of Scandinavia, not Scandinavia, Europe, where the Dutch come from and all that stuff, we come from a line of berserkers, a clan called Berserk. So now we know why it's taken me 10 years to get my road rage issues. Because I remember talking to one of my brothers a couple of years back, and we were talking about anger, and I said, "Oh, I have real anger issues." And he goes, "No, Beth." I said, "Yes, I do." And he goes, "No, Beth, we have rage issues." And I went, "Oh, that's even better." For the native, you need to see if they signed the rolls when you were researching. No, apparently, now there's more than one story floating around the family, but apparently, my great 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 grandfather, or great 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 grandfather, or great great grandfather, I think it's 2 or 3 generations back, on my mother's side, okay, was traveling, I don't know. He had a wife with kids, and they took a native woman on as the nanny. And when the wife died, he married the nanny. Okay? So there's 2 separate bloodlines, okay, from that family. And she was shunned because back then, up to almost 50 years ago, if a native woman, an indigenous woman, married outside of her blood, she was cut off. She was completely shunned. She was wiped from the family, literally. Now, if a white woman were to be married to a native man, she took his native status. But if a native woman married outside of her status, then she lost status. Does that make sense? I don't know about the U.S., but that's Canada. That's the way it worked. Hi, Shannon. I'm glad you made it. Shannon Woods, welcome aboard. Everybody say hi to Shannon. So it's really hard to find records. Okay? And apparently, I don't know this for a fact, but apparently her name had been changed to Elizabeth. I don't know what her native name was, but she would go out on I don't know. She would go out on the ice in the winter. The only time she could meet her family, her native family. They would I believe these were Thor Island or Georgina Island Ojibwe family. And she would go out in the winter on the ice. And then some of her family would come out and meet her on the ice because she was not allowed back into the community. And so that's one of the stories. Hi, Malka. How are you, darling? I don't always see right away, sweetheart. Hi, Autumn Gypsy. Let me know when your parcel comes, okay? And I don't know who the other person was. Jill, I think. My daughter is Ojibwe through married. Yeah. So I find the Inuit females fascinating. Their daily routines are beyond belief. Oh. And I think it's part of my body structure too. Right? Hey, Dave Smith from Arizona. How's it going? Hey, Stacy D. So please. So what I'm actually hoping to accomplish is with this Facebook group and this lady, apparently we've met before. I'm really bad. I'm really bad for names and faces, so she'll have to tell me who she is when I meet her. I might recognize her face, but not necessarily her name. CKLW. Thank you, Autumn Gypsy. So I'm hoping against hope that maybe our area can do like a community garden page. Maybe I'll even start one. Maybe I'll ask Liz to start one because she's from around here. I'm not, right? So I know people. I'm recognizable, and I know them to nod to them, and I know some people's names and stuff. But I'll never be mistaken for a local, ever, right? So I won't give the government my DNA, especially when they find out I'm Rh negative. Oh, that's me too. I actually gave blood once, and they've been hounding me ever since. I don't know. I don't know, Cooking Corner, if I'm going to plant onions or not. The onion bulbs that I planted didn't do very well, but I may try a bed of, like, I have the onions, I have a package of Spanish onion seeds, but you got to start them early, along with the leeks and the celery. So I'm 67, and my transistor radio helped me through my teen years. My brother Billy gave me an alarm clock radio for Christmas when I was 11 or 12. And I woke up to CFTR, Toronto, every morning until we moved to Apsley. And then I had an elaborate aerial so I could get CFTR. And it was an AM station. And my brother Bob would laugh at me. You listen to that, cheese. Why don't you listen to Q107? You know, I'm O plus, and blood is very iron rich. See, my blood was iron deficient for a long time. I had anemia for a long time. One turned into four. You tried multiplying onions last year. They didn't grow very big, but one turned into four. My blood red. Don't know what the letter is. My blood is red. Hey, Renee, how's it going, sweetheart? Onion seeds need to be started now. Thank you, Cooking Corner. Guess what Howie's bringing home? He's bringing home seed cell trays and peat pots. And I'm going to start a flat of, I've got some left over from last year. Folks, if you're starting plants and you're reusing pots and trays from the year before, please, 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 hot soapy water with bleach and then rinse. Because some you don't know if the soil was carrying bacteria that may harm this year's seed startings. So an ounce of prevention is worth hundreds of pounds of cure, right? Well, thank you, Warren. I read that big onions will not grow from the small bulbs, so I'm overwintering mine just to see. They said use seeds. I'm going to start mine with seeds. You're O plus. You're a universal receiver. I'm O neg. I'm a universal donor. Pretty sure it's my alien blood. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I've got the whole world in my blood. Well, guess what, folks? We're all from the same planet. Well, most of us. I'm from Jupiter. No. Yeah. So they still don't know where the rhesus negative came from, right? But they still don't know. Been on 75 minutes. Okay, Terry, better get off. All right, folks. We've been here long enough. I've given you the news. I'm going to go talk to Liz and see if we can't start a communal gardening page or a garden exchange for this year. Make sense? I'm not going to have a lot of vegetables to give away, but I can give away started plants. I can share seeds. And we can, if somebody's growing pumpkins or zucchini, I can gladly, you know, keep an account. Okay, you're growing this. Okay, if I give you a half a flat of celery, I'd like some zucchinis, and you know what I mean. So, never knew that you had to clean out trays. Thank you. Anytime you're switching flower pots or trays, and they are reusable, always wash them and bleach them. Okay, kill the bacteria. All right. For all those who care to, I can see the numbers are starting to drop, so people are starting to leave. Those folks who are leaving now, mwah, mwah. For all those who care to, please help me close with a spiritual blessing for our planet today. Okay? This is a spiritual blessing for each other and a spiritual blessing for everybody who needs it. Now, please, just because I may address my higher power in an odd way does not mean you're not putting your plea to my higher power, you're putting your plea to your higher power. Okay? All I ask is that we join together with our collective faith and push out some light to push back at the darkness that's in our planet. And you know what? It's a beautiful, sunny, cold day. I'm going to start I'm thinking spring, right? So, Bev, maybe we're alien relatives. You never know. Blessed be. Shalom. Okay. So for all those who care to, let's take a nice deep breath, hold it for the count of 4, and then have a controlled exhale of up to 7 seconds or more. Okay? This is the most optimal deep breathing that I can do. Okay? South of Lake Erie. Okay. Hello, original great spirit from which my spark came. Thank you for bringing us all together, God. Life is looking up. I know we've been through some trials, God. For this last year has been really, really rough on a lot of people. Hell, this last week's been rough on people. And people are ill. And people are alone and being harassed and self-doubt and all these things. But what we want to do, Spirit, is we want to link hearts, link hands, and feel the energy of our love and your love running through us all. As we link, we get stronger. And we can push out the shine. And I apologize for the Care Bear imagery, Father, but I see it. I see it. So for all our loved ones and our friends and all the people on the planet who really need your love right now and our light, any light that we can share, please, Spirit, let us be messengers of your peace. Let us be examples of patience and tolerance and love to our fellow man. Even the nasty, old, dark, negative people out there. Why? Because they need our prayers the most. They must be coming from a very dark place. So, let us all link hearts, link hands, and connected hearts shine. Let us push back that darkness. And let us envelop the most vulnerable in the light of God. Namaste. Shalom. Oh, Ribby, thank you, honey. Namaste. Merry meet. Shalom. Miigwech. Blessed be. So mote it be. What peace be with you. Whatever your salutation and closing is. It's yours. And mine is mine. But know that we come together in love. Folks, it's mid-January. Think spring. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from our half-acre homestead saying, I love you guys. Take care. God bless. And remember, always try and walk away from the negative and walk into the positive. All right? I love you. Take care. God bless.